welcome to NorthSouthDirt, your premier source for dirt late model racing. I'm Peyton Shook, and along with me today is Brad York. Brad, thanks for having me today.
Thank you for inviting me, Peyton. It's a pleasure.
Absolutely. We're here in the background. We got Brad York's number 4. Beautiful car. As we see, we got Livonia Speedway and some other sponsors on here. But before we get into this car, I'd kind of like to touch back on some history of Brad York and where he got his start and how he got here today. So Brad, I'll give you the floor to kind of touch on how it started for you.
We bought a $200 fire lane, carried it down there just to go and run it. Man, it was the ball. I thought it was the grandest thing I'd ever experienced. To run the race, come in, boy, I got out of that thing, I thought I was Superman. And he said, I said, Daddy, I run third, I run third. He said, that's great, son. Since it wasn't the 3 of them, that's fantastic. So,
yeah.
It was a ball, and developed into the other classes through the years. The cadets, the hobbies, moved on up to the limiteds, the super late models. Done a brief stint on asphalt. It's been a great time.
Well, that's good, Brad. It sounds like, you've been around racing your whole life. You went from cadets to supers, run some asphalt stuff. Looks like you've always carried the number 4. Give me some history on the number 4.
Oh, that was always Dad's number.
Okay.
I never known why he chose the 4. It used to be 4A back in some pictures I have of the early days. I never wish I had questioned him on what made him think the 4 or 4A he had on there,
Yeah.
Had asked him, but Daddy was a real quiet man, and he didn't talk a whole lot, But
yeah.
When he said something, you listened,
Right.
And the time and the fellowship I got to spend with him through the racing years, I'll never forget it.
Absolutely.
Love it, and he got them memories to hold on to. Even though they're gone, them memories will remain.
Absolutely.
I encourage all young people today, spend as much time with your dad, and if it's racing or anything you do, just take that quality time with your kids and kids with your dads, because it'll be gone just before you know it.
Absolutely. And what we have to live on today for you, you can tell people that, how many years you raced with your dad and all the times and memories and shop times and stuff that you actually had with your dad.
Yes.
That's worth nothing in the
it's
world.
Invaluable.
That's it. So it's cool you still carry that today. You carry the 4 and you still work in the shop, and that still kind of carries your dad around. That's cool that we get to see that.
I don't do any racing now. I've retired from racing, but I've got a good Darryl Mathis. He drives for me. We keep the car up and work on it. Still have a car. We don't do it a lot of racing because I'm the general manager at Livonia Speedway for Scott and Terry Childers.
Okay.
And I still do that. But we like to get off and race a little bit. We love to.
Yeah, absolutely. Brad, while we're talking about these race cars and stuff, kind of touch on some of the history with Brad and some of the tracks and some of the accomplishments that you've had.
We run track championships at Toccoa, Westminster in South Carolina, Livonia, won races and track championships all over there. Tri-County Raceway used to go up there every Friday night. Y'all live up that way.
We do.
So
yeah.
Ray Cook, he lives up there, and I'm great friends with Ray, and I enjoy the relationship with Ray, love going to Tri-County.
Yeah.
I always just love going up there on Friday. I couldn't wait to get off work and head across that mountain.
Yeah.
But I have noticed, and I don't know if y'all have or not, but it's got longer to get over there now.
It takes forever. This morning coming over, it was so long.
Of course, this gray don't help things, but I think y'all added a few miles up there. I still love my son and his family, Richard York, Shannon. She was the Junior Dillinger's daughter.
Yeah.
They still live up there, and they've always loved racing, too.
Yeah, so that gives you an excuse to slip
I love
over
to go
the
up
mountain.
there. Yeah, I love to go see them.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Brad, as we're talking, it sounds like, you've been pretty successful in the racing, won some track championships, which is not easy to do at any level of racing. I know you had mentioned now you're kind of tied in with Livonia, general manager, kind of touching on that. We see it on the car here. You know, I just kind of want you to hit on Livonia Speedway, maybe some sponsors that you guys have, maybe kind of touch on a little bit of scheduling this year, just kind of, you know, let's promote Livonia Speedway. Let's let people know what Livonia Speedway is for 2023.
Scott Cheer just obtained it. I had really got out of it. I've been doing this for several years at Highway 106 Speedway is where I started. I've worked at Tacoma, you know, just worked around the racetracks and done everything and anything at them. Scott got Livonia, and I had done really retired from, you know, I mean, Gloria, my wife, God bless her. She's always been right there supporting me.
Absolutely.
And Scott said, I want you to help me at Livonia. No. You know, Scott, that's something I moved on from. I'm not going. Scott don't quit. He don't give up easy.
Yeah.
Try it. If you don't like it, don't do it. Man, tell you that, you know, what do you do? I love the sport, I always have. So, that's ended up at Livonia, been there now 3.5 years. Love working with Scott, Terry. We're gonna have a practice February 18th, an open practice, and then February 25th will be our opener, the Spring Natty we call it. It's always a real popular event. We run several classes in that. March the 4th, we're gonna run a Saturday of a day. Then we have a race scheduled March the 11th, then March the 17th and 18th, we run the 5,000 to win Street Stock National Race. And then we close it out March the 25th there. That's the schedule we've got work, but Scott's working and we're working together on scheduling from March on, what we're gonna do. So, but we've got it set to get out of the gate. But you know, with all the series and stuff now, trying to schedule and scramble, it's tough, you know, to do that, accommodate them, accommodate our schedule. And,
correct.
But we're working hard, and we try to make Livonia a family racetrack where you could bring your son, your wife, feel welcome.
Absolutely.
You know, that's what our goal is.
You know, and I visited Livonia a few times, really enjoyed the racing, enjoyed the environment. So hats off to you guys at Livonia Speedway. You guys do a good job over there, and you know, I know I've watched some World of Outlaw races, stuff like that. So good to see you guys that are, you know, you guys are trying to reach out and you know, trying to, you know, get every kind of racing there is, you know, at Livonia Speedway. So you know, that's good to see as well. So.
Right, we're really looking forward to
absolutely.
the
So.
season.
Well, Brad, I know you're a busy man. Phone's blowed up all morning. You know, I don't want to keep you. Hopefully, we can sit back down sometime.
Thank you anytime. You're welcome, and thank you for the opportunity to, you know, to get to reach out to some people rather than you know the telephone. You know.
Well, nice. Absolutely. You know, that's basically what I want to do, Brad. I want to touch on history. You know, how you got racing. You know, with your father and you know, that's my goal. I just want to sit down, talk to people, give back to the racing community. You know, let people know who Brad York is and how Brad got started. And you know, to me, that's fun.
Yes, it is, and it's an opportunity. You know, in today's world, to reach a lot of people.
It is.
You know?
It is. So, but anyway, subscribe to our channel, NorthSouthDirt. Find us on Instagram or Facebook. Give us a like, subscribe, head over to Livonia Speedway, check out their racing schedule. I seen it on Facebook and their website.
We've got a new website too, Peyton, coming out, fixing to come out. I believe it's next week. So they'll be able to go for all the updates on the website, and Will keeps our Facebook up to date too. Or pick up the phone, look my number up, pick up the phone, call me. Anybody that has any questions or concerns, anytime, feel free to give me a call. I'll be glad to talk with them.
Well, you heard it from the man himself. Blow his phone up. Brad, thanks.
Thank you, Peyton.
All right.
We do